If only ECOWAS had become prisoners of history, they would have acted differently. A prisoner of history is that person who learns lessons from history. If only they...
The Nigerian military remains resolute and even more determined. Observe the significant crowd that has rallied in support of them, reflecting their increased confidence. Capitalizing on this overwhelming backing, they have taken the step of closing their airspace. While their stated reason is to prevent an airborne invasion, the ramifications of this airspace closure will disproportionately impact Nigeria's economy compared to Niger's. Consider the instance of a cargo plane en route from Turkey to Lagos. It's evident that it's altering its course, possibly to circumvent the Nigerian airspace. This shift in route entails additional expenses in terms of aviation fuel, time, and cost for end users. This situation particularly presents challenges for flights from Nigeria to Europe, necessitating a longer westward trajectory before proceeding northward, causing logistical complications. It's also worth questioning the extent of Niger's capability to effectively monitor their airspace. Given the vast expanse of Niger, is there comprehensive radar coverage across their territory? Nigeria itself recently achieved complete radar coverage, further highlighting the potential limitations of Niger's surveillance capabilities. Even if their radar systems were in place, the question arises as to whether they possess operational fighter jets to intercept unauthorized aircraft. The status of Niger's Su-25S, for instance, remains uncertain. Nevertheless, whether or not they can enforce airspace restrictions, commercial airlines are compelled to comply due to insurance considerations. Closure of airspace demands respect, and Libya has similarly closed its airspace due to ongoing conflicts. Consequently, Algeria remains the primary viable route for Europe-bound flights from Nigeria. Considering the possibility of Mali and Burkina Faso aligning with Niger's airspace closure, one envisions airliners being compelled to fly further westward to bypass these nations, leading to escalated ticket prices and passenger burdens. This scenario inadvertently penalizes us rather than Niger, highlighting the hasty nature of the economic sanctions imposed by ECOWAS. Perhaps the sanctions were a swift response to Niger's actions, but their effectiveness is debatable. The imposition of an ultimatum and the threat of invasion could have been better preceded by diplomatic engagement, as belatedly recognized by ECOWAS. The initial treatment of Niger's envoy, not even allowing them to leave the airport, exemplifies the Russian decision-making by ECOWAS heads of state. This precarious situation, if not swiftly resolved, might well spiral into an actual invasion. Air France has already ceased operations to Mali and Burkina Faso, with rumors suggesting France may proceed independently of ECOWAS. The dissent within certain ECOWAS countries against a Niger invasion is evident. France's contemplated approach, potentially involving Central African nations like Cameroon or Congo, underscores the need for France to temporarily shelve its plans. An invasion of Niger would likely backfire, amplifying the coup plotters' popularity. They are currently enjoying significant support, evident from the crowded stadium. An invasion by France could inadvertently validate the coup plotters' narrative that external forces are to blame. This could further inflame an already volatile situation, emphasizing that even economic sanctions may not yield the desired outcomes at times. None of the sanctions imposed on Mali and Burkina Faso have yielded any positive outcomes. In fact, they've pushed these nations closer to Russia. The swift cessation of aid by the EU and France, while within their rights, could have been approached differently. A more prudent strategy would have involved engaging in dialogue with the coup leaders. A measured, reasonable approach could have been taken. What do you aim to achieve through a coup? Why not pursue your goals through negotiation? Let's discuss your concerns. By maintaining dialogue and withholding aid while observing developments, trust could have been fostered, showing the military junta that the international community is willing to work together rather than dictate. However, this approach appears to have been sacrificed. The immediate withdrawal of aid risk portraying external involvement as a means to control Niger rather than assist its suffering populace. Ironically, despite the military coup, The Nigerians still endure hardship, while the coup leaders continue to wield control over the country's remaining revenue. The Nigerians, including those residing in Niger, have thrown their support behind the military junta, as evidenced by increased border security measures and preparedness against potential invasion. The presence of Wagner Group personnel in the capital further underscores the evolving situation.
Negative social, economic, security, political, and humanitarian consequences of NATO's hazardous adventure in Libya. Of course, we ask ourselves, if it took us 10 years, how many years would it take us to get over another adventure of the same nature in Niger?
This scenario reveals the shortcomings of Tinubu's leadership acumen. While some attribute the decision to ECOWAS, it's crucial to recognize Nigeria's dominant position within the organization. Nigeria leads both ECOWAS and ECOMOG, and its influence shapes decisions across the board. If Nigeria opts against war with a fellow ECOWAS member, that decision holds sway. ECOWAS and ECOMOG alike wouldn't pursue war without Nigeria's participation and consent. The issue at hand is one of competence, exemplified by decisions like the sudden removal of petrol subsidies without adequate planning. Such actions fail to consider the ripple effects on Nigeria's economy. Petrol, a lifeline of the economy, drives businesses and serves as the primary fuel source due to erratic power supply. This sudden change drastically impacts daily life. The cost of commuting doubles, driving many to resign from their jobs due to insurmountable transportation expenses. For economic growth, job creation is paramount. People earning and spending money drive economic expansion and government revenue. The challenge now lies in job creation. It transcends election contests or political maneuvering. It necessitates a vision to revitalize the nation. Mere presence in a leadership role won't suffice. It's about transformative ideas to rejuvenate the country. Without such vision, leadership becomes ornamental, a position lacking impact. Tinubu's failures are palpable, reflecting their adeptness at grasping power rather than effecting meaningful change. If you are watching our video for the first time, I suggest you subscribe to our channel for more interesting and captivating information. Turn on the bell notification to get alert on all our recent posts so you won't miss out any. Share your thought in the comment section and share these videos with family, friends, and concerned Nigerians. Thanks for watching.